Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It is Binky here today, ready to review a new product that came out from NYX, and it is part of the Midnight Chaos collection. Yes, so I picked up part of the products, not all of them, and I will say straight off, if you're here for the eyeshadow palette, I did not pick it up, and the reason is because I have many colors like that, and it's not something that I would gravitate to that much, but the biggest reason is because it's in the same layout that the Mochi palette that they released earlier this year was put into. And for whatever reason, when I put it onto my eyes, the Mochi palette, it caused an allergic reaction. I don't have sensitive skin normally around my eyes. So because of that, because it's in that same pan layout, I'm a little bit like, no. I kind of don't want to do that again. It made my eyes burn and itchy until I took it off my eyes. So because of that, I opted not to even look at that because it's a waste of a product if it does it, especially if I know I'm prone to that with the eyeshadows. So it doesn't mean I won't pick up more NYX eyeshadows in the future. It's just anything in that formula or in that pan just gives me gives me memories and not good ones. So I did not pick those up. But I did pick up 4 of the eyeliners. Yes, 4 of the lipsticks. Or the lip glosses, and I know I only have 2 hands, and then 2 of the glitter eye product. Yeah, eyeshadow. There you go. The liquid eyeshadow here. So there's 2 of these. So I picked up quite a few. Now I am going to say, I don't know if NYX necessarily likes me saying this, but I went online because I went to see how much they were on NYX's website, and I will say they are a lot more expensive on NYX's actual website. And that kind of confused me a little bit. I put the prices to the side, but I think these were like $14 a piece, and this is the eyeliner, and I think these were $10 a piece for the lip gloss. I could be wrong. If you go on to Ulta, Ulta has these products for half the price. I think these are $4.49 for the cosmic glosses, and I think these are like $8.99. Again, I will put the prices to the side, but there's a big price difference, and I don't really understand why, because if you're buying it from the actual NYX website, you would think it would be cheaper because it's NYX, but it actually is a lot more. What I will say is a lot of the products on Ulta have sold out. I'm hoping they'll restock them, but they're missing half the products because they went very quickly because they've had a sale, buy one, get one 50% off. Yes, so you do the math. So basically I picked up all of these items for nothing, basically. I would say like 30 some odd dollars. That's 10 products for 30 some odd dollars. So I'm going to tell you, I was extremely happy with my purchase, regardless of how some of the products worked. But we're going to get into that. As I'm sure you can see, I have some swatches on my arms for saving time because I didn't want to bore the masses. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the actual liners. So these are the liners that I picked up. And let me just flip them this way so you can see them better. This is what they look like, at least the ones I have. Now, I think there were 6 released, and I did only end up picking up 4. And I kind of wish I had picked them all up, but they are out of the other 2 colors that I don't have. And so, a little bit disappointing on my part because these are amazing. Now, why there are 3 swatches to each is because I wanted to show them by themselves, because it's basically 2 in one tube. So you have the matte color on top, and this is the brown, and it almost shows up black. And it's this one over here. It almost shows a black, but it is indeed a dark chocolate brown. And what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to line your eyes and then put this on top, and it gives this a pop. It makes it really show through, and it's supposed to be not hollow. It's supposed to be, you know, multi-dimensional. You know, like a multi-dimensional chrome. Those have been really big this year. And so this is what it's supposed to be. So this is the chrome aspect of it to give it the cosmic feel. And because a lot of these, it's Midnight Chaos, but I still feel like it almost has like a cosmic kind of theme to it. And then this is just the regular matte side. So what it is that you put this is what it looks like without it, and I'll put, you know, I'll put a picture to the side. So with the darker one, you'll see that it is indeed the matte side, and then the one on the far end is this, and the one in the middle is a combination of what it looks like when you put the matte and then this on top of it. And what I like about these is it's just, these are great. These are actually really, really great, especially if you can get them on sale. It's almost like, what are you doing? You know? No, it's almost obscene. It is, because you're basically getting these for nothing. Like two for $6, six something. That is crazy. Well worth it, my friends. Well worth it, because if you get it for that price, like you can on Ulta, you're getting two of these, so you're getting 4 different colors. And what I mean by that is that I feel like these can actually work on their own really well. As you can see, the one exception is this one right here, which is the blue one. This one is very light, but what I like about it is if you do a more bold look on your eye, you can lay this on top of it, and it's absolutely amazing. You know, it adds a light color to it, so it's kind of the opposite of what you normally do, and then do a dark eyelash. It's just beautiful. And it's great if you just want to play around with creative looks and things. I think it's fabulous. But it is, as you can see, it's right here, extremely light. Very, very light. So some people may not care for that. I actually really adore it. The one that I really love is this beautiful purple color here. It's like this purple brown color. And this was on the Ready Brown one. It's a red brown. This one's just beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. You can see the 3 right here. I'll put some to the side as well. I freaking love these. And the teal one, look at the teal. The teal's the one right here. I have a thing for teal eyeliner, and I don't even know why, because I don't wear colors like that often, but I absolutely adore teal, and I think it should be more popular on the eyes. And I need to start that freaking fad, because I love it and I don't do it enough. But these are just absolutely gorgeous. And what I love about them is you're basically getting, I have 8 new eyeliners. Because I actually think most of these perform just as well on their own than they do on top of this. The coloring is a little bit darker, some a little bit more, especially the Ruddy Red here. This one, yes, you could definitely see a huge difference in the middle one, but beyond that, the majority of them, well, and the blue, I'm not gonna lie, the blue as well, but for the most part, it's not that huge of a difference. So you could choose to do these alone, or you could choose to do these alone on this side, or you can add them together if it makes it easier on you. And it does give a little bit more of a punch, but it's nothing crazy. So I just want to say that straight up, because I was expecting a little bit more. It really doesn't do too much. But these are absolutely amazing. I actually like NYX applicator. So for those who are new to NYX and their eyeliner, I've actually moved away from one of my old favorites and switched to the NYX eyeliner, and I have to say, I love them. I think their eyeliners are freaking solid. So this is what the applicator looks like. It's very tiny, really, really tiny on the matte side. And it's very easy to work with because of that. So if you're a beginner with lining eyes, it takes a little bit longer because it is a thinner brush. And you can take your time and slowly make that wing that you want. You don't even have to do a wing. You can just do a standard line, but it makes it really easy to do a wing. Now what I will say with the magical side is that the applicator is a lot bigger. So you can see the difference here. It is a lot bigger. And it can be a little bit clunky if you're not used to using them. The first time I used it, I was like, whoa. But then after I got used to it, it actually worked really well. I feel like they were really easy to work with. What I will say is that they are hard plastic, and so you're going to feel that on the eye. It's like, this is hard plastic. Yes, it is. So, you know, just be prepared for that. It's not painful or anything, but obviously it's not as soft as some other brushes that I've used. It's very sturdy. It's not very pliable. So just go in gently and it'll work really well. I have really oily eyes, these things lasted all day. They did not budge at all. And there was one day I think I had my makeup on for 16 hours. 16 hours. These babies hadn't moved at all. They still looked as good as they did the moment that they went on. Now I am wearing it now. It's kind of hard to see, I'm sure. I'm wearing the darkest brown one because I wanted a darker look today on the eyeliner. I didn't want something too light, and I did put this on top of it. And it did make it really nice, but it just, you know, I almost like the brown on its own. I like dark brown sometimes when you don't want to do black. Black's a little bit sometimes too dark on a look, and so I'm a big fan of brown, especially with my skin tone, because it's not quite as harsh. And it worked really well. And the thing is, they all worked really well by themselves and together. So it didn't make a difference if I used the more cosmic side versus the more matte side. They both lasted all day long. I could sleep in this stuff and probably wake up and it would still be there. It did not budge. But it was really easy to get off. I just took a balm and it came right off. So easy to apply, so easy to keep on during the day, especially in the high humidity of the East Coast right now. Didn't come off and looked fantastic. So the next items perhaps did not rock it quite as much as I would have liked, and that is the glitter goals. And I think these are part of the collection. They are brand new, so they may not be part of the collection, but they were just released as well. So I picked them up, and I'll give you a clue of what it looks like. So I'm going to put this right here. So this is a really pretty kind of pewter color, and as you can see, it went on okay. You want to go in sparingly, so you don't want to put on as much as I did, but even still, it could be, I know I'm looking at it, a little bit patchy. I don't know if it's reading so much on the camera, but it could be a little bit patchy. And the more that you build it up, if you want to fill in those patches, the more likely you are for this to flake off. And I feel like Stila has figured out this formula, and nobody else has even come close that I have in my collection. None have even come close. This does not, unfortunately. What ended up happening with this, and I can see it here, it's a little bit patchy. It's a little bit patchy. As the day goes on, the glitter starts falling around your eyes. So I would go to the bathroom, whatever, go to wash my hands, and I'd look in the mirror, and I'm like, I've got glitter all over my face. As the day would move on, they would just kind of flake a little bit, and not in huge chunks. Well, eventually it did come off in huge, not huge chunks, but in a little bit of chunks. So at any spot where you added too much product, where it wasn't, you need to make sure it's uniform and straight across. If there was any with any thicker product, that would start chipping off. So you really want to put it on extremely thin, which is, you know, what I did here. But even still, as the day goes on, maybe it's because I have oily eyes, I have oily skin in general, it started flaking and falling all over my face. So I didn't really care for it. And the thing is, even though it's dry, and I'm trying to see if this is dry yet. So it's almost dry. It's not quite dry. We'll let it keep drying. So you can see it takes a long time. It isn't dry yet. If you have hooded eyes, these are going to be a nightmare for you, because I feel like with the Stila, they boom, like that. They in about 30 seconds to a minute, they're completely dry. With this, it's still a little bit damp. If you have hooded eyes like I do, I have slightly hooded eyes, they would get up on your lid. So you'd have to almost like hold your eyes like this. Okay, now I'm doing this. Now I'm doing the rest of my makeup. And you have to hold your eyes up in this uncomfortable position, or look, you can't even really look down. You know, you have to find a way. You can't look up either because it's going to hit the lid. So you just basically have to do this while it dries, which is just kind of a pain in the butt, and it just doesn't really make any sense. So to me, it was just a little bit too much fuss to deal with. It's just like when I could just go for my Stilas instead. Yes, it is a fraction of the cost, but it still does not even match that. And I think it's not just NYX. I think every single company is having a hard time matching that. I don't know what they do. It's a magical, wonderful formula, and so far nobody's even come close to it, at least from the ones I've tried. So it's still a little wet. it's not really showing up too much, but it is still a little wet. I mean, how long can one person hold their eyes open? And that was with a really thin coat, so it does take a little bit of time. It's going to be a pain in the butt if you have hooded eyes. Again, you're going to find glitter around your face. Maybe it's because I have really oily skin. I don't know, but I did not care for this. You know, I'm not even going to open this one. I was going to, and then I realized I don't even want to open this. I'm going to return it because there's no reason to keep it. And this one I most likely will return as well just because it didn't work. And I rarely return things, but I'm never going to use it, especially with my Stilas. It's finally kind of dry now, but the thing is it stays tacky. And then on top of it, when it's on your eye, it feels like it's still wet. There'd be times 2 hours, 3 hours later, I'd be wearing it and I'm like, is my eye wet still? And I would tap it and it wasn't because it just felt wet still. So it was too distracting to me. It just was not my favorite. So unfortunately, these didn't work for me. Maybe if you have drier eyes than I do, you don't have oily skin, these may work a little bit better. So you may want to try them for yourself. But for me, they were a pass. Okay, so onto the lip glosses, and I apologize if my voice keeps cutting in and out. I'm trying to fight off a summer cold that a friend of mine gave me. Yay, thank you. It still was a great time, so I don't regret it, but it's just kind of like, I'm feeling a little bit energy-wise, kind of wah-wah, and then on top of it, my voice is kind of feeling Peter Brady. So, yes, so onto the lip glosses. These are the Midnight Chaos glosses, and there was actually quite a few of these that came out. I only picked up 4. A lot of them sold out on Ulta. So if you're looking for the blues, they had quite a few blues in this collection. They are gone from Ulta. Long gone. You can pick them up at NYX still, but again, it's going to be more expensive and there's no sale going on. So you're going to pay a higher price. But to me, I think they're totally worth it. So, I mean, I love them. I've thought about buying more off there, but I'm like, maybe they'll put more on Ulta, but I doubt it because they don't tend to do that, especially if it's limited edition, but I hope they do. But I think the only one that sold out on the NYX website is Moonbeam, which is this one, but everything changes, so they could come back in, so keep checking. Don't worry, things change quickly in retail, so... But these are the ones that I picked up, and these tend to be a lot more of the lighter colors that I would gravitate to. But what I like about this collection was, if you look at the color arrangement online, there are lighter colors to really, really deep colors. And I love this collection because I think a lot of these colors are going to read well on every single skin tone. Now, some of the darker colors wouldn't necessarily work for my skin tone, but for those with deeper skin tones, whew, they're going to be gorgeous on you. For me, it would just be a little bit too much. And, you know, some of these colors here on the lighter spectrum may not read as well on deeper skin tones. But that's what I like about what NYX is doing at this collection, is that they're making it really accessible for everyone across the board. And the thing is, these aren't regular colors. Okay, these are very dramatic, midnight chaos. It really fits the name. They are colors that you wouldn't necessarily see together so much. Now, 2 of these that I picked up are very docile. I want more docile colors just because I wanted to be able to wear them. And I love those wild colors, but I don't really tend to gravitate towards them in the wild when I'm out on the street, because it just doesn't work for what I do in my day-to-day life. But they are so freaking gorgeous that I will pick up 1 or 2 here and love it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and swatch these 4 and just do it live and talk through it because there's only 4 of them. So here we go. So the first one is Moonbeam, and it's just this beautiful pink green color. I know, I never thought I'd say that. A beautiful pink green color. And it really is quite beautiful. I know, I absolutely love this color. That's Moonbeam. It's freaking fantastic. I love this color. I know. I could actually wear this. I actually will wear this. It's more something that I would wear in fall, and I will, because it is absolutely glorious. How freaking great is this? You never see lip combinations like this. You never see lip combinations like this, and I freaking love it. I want to wear this every damn day. It makes no sense. I mean, I am not saying it would, but I would. And I actually like it with a very neutral. What I like about it, I'm wearing a very neutral eye look. You can wear this with a neutral eye look. You can put on a liner, mascara, and just go out the door with this. So freaking easy, and let the lips do the talking. Just do a light crease color, liner, mascara, this, gone. And of course, like blush and things. But, you know, as far as the eye look and just pulling everything together, and heck, you don't even need the blush then. Just don't even waste your time. This is just so easy because these colors speak for themselves. I just love it. You're not going to see anything like this. This is one of those lipsticks that you would put on like a brownish color, and then you would put like gold on top of it, or Lip Safe, remember Lip Safe, highlighter, and then create a color like this on your own. And what I like about these is that what makes them really interesting is you go for a full on gloss, or something that I've been doing is I will take like paper like this and blot it. And what it does is it pulls the main color off, but it leaves the glittery colors on. And you can see it stays on and brings the other color, the more glittery color, to the forefront because it pulls away the actual base color. And that's what I love about it. So it makes that green pop even more, and it makes it last longer. The next one is Galaxy Glow, and I think this one is probably the most wearable of the collection. It's this beautiful pinky kind of color. It isn't overly exciting, so this is a little bit more wearable. This is Galaxy Glow. So I freaking love this color. I have actually worn this color twice already since I've gotten this. I freaking love this color. And as you can see, it's very much like a mauve-y, it's a mauve color with some purpley pink shift in it. So this is extremely wearable, and you cool girls rejoice. This is such a beautiful, beautiful lipstick. But I think it'll flatter many regardless. But yeah, it definitely is more cool tone. But look at it. Ugh. I freaking love this. This is probably my favorite. Yes, it's the most boring of the collection, but I absolutely love it. So wearable. Again, you can always do this to remove the gloss. I'm just showing you the different ways of wearing it. And then you can see the pink color comes flying out of it. So it pulls away the more mauve color, and then you have this more delicate shell pink color. And what I love about it is I think it matches these in that it's this idea of the matte versus the more metallic kind of multi-chrome look, and it basically does it with the lipstick. You blot the heck out of it, and then you have this beautiful color left over. The next color is the Pastel Comet, and this one's really unique. It's kind of a purple with a green blue shift in there. Just so pretty, so pretty. I don't know if you can see it on this applicator, but here we go. Pastel Comet. So you know how I said I don't wear those blues too often? Well, I ended up picking one up anyway because I thought when I put it on it would read a little bit more lavender, and it ends up pulling up a little bit more green blue. So this one's just a lot of fun. Obviously very cool tone. So I don't know how flattering this is going to be on a lot of skin tones, but who really cares because it's so freaking cool. This one's just kind of one of those dramatic fun looks. Go with the simple eye look. Actually, you don't even need to. Go for a wild eye look and bring it all in. You know, you look like some radiant mystical sea creature. It's absolutely fantastic. I have not worn this one a lot, so let's see what happens when we pat it down. Ooh, let's see. Oh, that's actually a lot more wearable. It is. I actually really like it both ways, but when you do this, I think it's a little bit more wearable. It's not quite as shocking. But again, it's one of those more novelty looks. So it's not something that most people are going to wear every day. But I think for the price point, what a fun color to have in your collection. And that's what a lot of the blues in the collection do. They're just absolutely fantastic. And the last one that I have is Intergalactic Gleam. Now this one is more of a rust kind of brown red color with some blue green in it, which is just absolutely gorgeous. Intergalactic Gleam. I really like this one. This is actually what I was wearing at the beginning of the video, but I patted it down. I patted it down to make it a little bit more calm. But I really like this one. This one's actually really fun because, again, it's that rusty kind of brown but then it has that blue-green shift to it. It's really great. These colors are just fantastic. I love these. What I love about them is just the versatility of them. And again, you just take this, and I'll do this, and it pulls out that color, that rust color, and then leaves that blue-green, and it's a lot more docile. So again, these are very wearable. They can look a little bit intimidating in the tube. Don't let them intimidate you because they're absolutely fantastic. I tend to wear a little bit more neutral colors. I don't necessarily wear the most wild colors because, as I've said during the day, I have a lot of things where I wouldn't be able to get away with that. But you can wear them that way, or again, you can pat your lips and then they come down this way, and they're just fantastic. And what I like about it is when you wear it this way, they last a little bit longer, because when they're gloss, they go everywhere. But what I found with these is that when I would eat or drink or just natural wear away, they would leave this beautiful color behind. So it wouldn't fade away into a look where you're like, what? It would be more like this. And then you could just reapply. And because they are a gloss, you are going to have to reapply these over and over and over. They are thicker. They're almost like a cream. So if you don't like that kind of consistency, these may not be for you. These are not your standard glosses. They're just not. I mean, here's what it looks like. It's a thicker gloss. So, you know, if you don't like a creamy consistency on your lips that never dries down, you probably aren't going to like these. But when you do that with your lips, they don't stretch, and it doesn't have that annoying tacky feeling. They are tacky. I mean, there is some stick because it's a gloss, but it's not annoying. It's not too much. So I think a lot of people are going to like these, but you know, the cream may turn some people off. The other thing that I will say about these that some people may not like is that they have a very strong scent to them, and they have a very strong taste to them. Some people don't like strong scents. Some people don't like strong tastes on their lips. So this may be a turn off if you're very sensitive to things like that. I actually don't mind. I'm really big into that. I like scented makeup. I know a lot of people don't, and some people have allergies to it, or they just are really sensitive to smells. So I'm sensitive to smells, but if they're good, I like them. And I like these. But they're kind of interesting. It's not something that I could put my finger on immediately. And actually what these remind me of are a floral sweet tart. Have you ever had those sweet tarts, like when you go trick-or-treating and you come back and you check through your bag and you have like those sweet tarts and you're like, I don't want this. Nobody wants those sweet tarts, but you get them anyway, and you're like, okay, and you eat the other stuff in the bag and you're like, well, I have sweet tarts left over, and then you start eating them because you're desperate. The bag's almost gone. That's what these smell like and taste like, are sweet tarts, but almost a floral sweet tart, if that makes any sense. That's the closest scent that I could tell you what these are, because I don't know what the scent is in nature except for a floral sweet tart, which I find extremely intriguing. So I was like, oh, okay. It actually doesn't bug me, and I would say they do fade, but it takes a while to fade. So it's going to be like 30 minutes before maybe your nose gets used to it or fades away. But if you're continually reapplying it, you're going to be very much aware of it. So these may be a big no to you, but for me, I don't mind it. So I think they're very nice. They're a gloss, so they're not long lasting, but they stay down. They don't dry down, but they go down to this once you start wearing them, which I think is extremely wearable. So it never leaves you with this nude lip. You're always going to have something, and they're really easy to take off. So when you wipe it away, there's not a lot of glitter left over on your lips. Maybe a little bit, but for the most part, they're really easy to clean off. I absolutely love these. So what I will say is that out of this collection, where'd you go? There you are, friend. I would say that my favorite products are definitely the lips and the eyeliners. I am so happy with these. I freaking love this collection. I do. I love these. I cannot say it enough. These are a discount brand. Again, they're cheaper in Ulta, but they're discounted and they are absolutely fabulous. I love this. I freaking love this. I wish they would make these permanent, but I have a feeling they won't. This is kind of a novelty thing, so pick them up while you can. I think these are a perfect collection for fall. I can't say enough. I will say skip these guys. please skip these because these didn't really work that well. Unless you really want something like this and you can't afford the Stila, you can make them work. Just know that there's going to be a little bit of flakage and there's going to be a little bit of glitter that falls on your eyes. So for me, this was a pass. I would definitely say it isn't worth it, especially if you have Stila. You're not doing yourself any favors. But as far as the lip glosses and the eyeliners, I am so happy. This is unique. This is new. So many companies are putting out the same stuff over and over and over, and it's getting boring. And NYX is basically saying, nope, not doing that. And they put out something really creative and fun, and this is what I'm looking for. You know, I'm trying to be a little bit more mindful of what I buy, and this is it. Because I have nothing like this in my collection. So honestly, this is a fantastic buy. I may go buy more if they restock because they are totally worth it. So yes, big thumbs up. Not even going to argue it. Love these. So let me know what you think about it. I find it disappointing that these really didn't get a lot of attention, unfortunately. Nobody was talking about these, and I'm glad to be talking about these because they deserve it. So let me know what you think. And until next time, have a wonderful day, my friends. Bye.